the channel. My name is Andrew and this is Rogue Wrenching. We are in the truck right now. We are cruising out to California because half trucks are half price. Well, maybe not half price, but the point is we are buying half of a truck today. So the thing is, it's like 5 hours from me in California, so we got to get there first. So we're just gonna roll a little travel montage here and let's hit it. We just pulled over for a quick, we refueled and then we rechecked the tie downs on the trailer. We are in the first exit back into Arizona. So we are back into Arizona now. It is 111 degrees outside. The truck is doing this, the red truck, the one we're driving is doing great. That one's just chilling on the trailer. And it's only a half truck. So anyways, it's 111 degrees right now. I've got an hour and a half, hour and 40-ish minutes left to get home. Once we get home and I get cleaned up, then we'll resume with the video and I'll show you exactly what this looks like and why we bought it and go through all those details. But just wanted to check in with you real quick here and let you know we're doing good so far. Trucks are doing good. Everything looks good. But I'm telling you guys, driving for 5 hours across the desert when it's 110 plus degrees with no AC is absolutely miserable. So I don't recommend it at all. All right, let's get this thing home.
So, now that I don't look like just nasty, now that we're clean and we can actually talk about this truck and see what it is and what it's about, I can tell you this is a 2007 Ford F550, or rather, this is half of a 2007 Ford F550. Now, you may be wondering to yourself, Andrew, why would you buy this? Because it's half a truck. What are you going to do with it? And that's a valid critique. But the reason is because I don't need the truck. I need the engine. Because I bought another truck, which is 2006 F450, and I need the engine out of this one. So this was just a way cheaper option than buying the whole thing.
The story with this truck is it was operating for a contracting company out in La Quinta, California. La Quinta? I'm not from California. I don't know how to say it. Anyways, there was a construction company operating out of California, owned this truck. They bought it new. They maintained it. It's got 54,000 miles on it. And basically what had happened was they had some kind of mechanical issue. We're not sure what it was. We're probably going to find out in another video when I get around to actually getting this thing up and running. But basically they had a mechanical issue where they couldn't get it to run. Instead of fixing it, they said, you know what? And they decided to sell it. And I think part of that was because in California, this truck rolled over the age where it can no longer be legal to use in California. This truck was sold to the guy that I bought it from. He bought it for the 12-foot utility body that was on the back of it, and he wanted to make that into a trailer. So he took a Sawzall to the back of the frame and lopped the frame right behind the back of the cab and built himself the trailer that he needed, which is cool, and he did a really nice job with it, but it left him with this front half of the truck. Now, I was looking for just the engine, and so I reached out and I was like, hey, dude, this is what I want. Give me a price on the engine. He's like, dude, I'm not pulling the engine out of this thing. You got to buy the whole thing if you want the engine. And I was like, all right, cool. So long story short, we negotiated and I ended up walking away. I got this whole package for $1,800. Now, I did have to drive into California to get it, as you guys just saw. That was one heck of a drive, let me tell you for sure. We were about 5 hours going in, left my house at about 4 o'clock in the morning, got there a little bit after 9 a.m., so about 5 hours going in, and then it was about 6 hours coming home. And the thing is, we were driving my red truck, the 95 F350. That one right there. Now, the thing about that beautiful truck is that it's a 95, and so it's got leaf springs up front, and it rides not great, like really not great. And especially when you've got an empty trailer on, and even a light trailer. Like this truck doesn't weigh a whole lot, just being a front end, but the truck does not ride super great. Like, so right out of the gate, it's not the most pleasant of a drive, especially when it's 11 hours worth of driving. But the other thing is that truck is an XLT, and it was sold in Montana, and so it came from the factory without cruise control and without AC. And it was 111 degrees today as I was coming back across the desert from California. It was down in Southern California, a little bit south of Los Angeles, where I got it. So, dude, that was a long, hot drive. But yeah, we got it home pretty uneventful. The red truck did fabulous as expected. That truck's got 355,000 miles, and it just runs like a champ. So basically what's going to happen here over the next couple of videos is this truck is mostly going to actually be put on hold while I put together the white service truck from the first couple episodes of Power Stroke Rescue. Now, if you're new to the channel or you don't really know me very well, I have a problem where I like buying things. And basically the white truck, the one that I said I'm not selling this, we're going to keep this and start a business. Yeah, I'm selling it. And I am going to start a business, but the plan right now is it's probably a couple years out, and I'm going to start an actual brick and mortar repair facility. So all the repairs that I do now for my current employer, I'm going to do directly for people. So basically, I'm going to start a shop, but it's not going to be mobile with the truck like I had originally planned on. So because I'm not keeping that truck, I'm just going to sell it and make my money on it and have a nice day. So we got the new engine in it. That's going to take a little bit of work to get together. I might have a buyer for it kind of lined up already. It kind of depends on how a few different things shake out. But one of the thoughts was this truck is an F550, and so this truck here that I just bought, or this half truck that I just bought, it has the wide fender flares and the big wide flares on the bumper, as well as the one-piece headlights. So I might take these front end parts and stick them over on that truck. That way that service truck looks a little beefier and a little meaner. But I'm not exactly sure what we're doing right now. We're going to steal some parts out of this truck to put that truck together, the radiator and some of the cooling stack that's missing out of the white service truck. We're going to take parts from this truck and put them in that truck, if that makes sense. Basically, we're playing musical truck parts like crazy right now. And then the engine out of this one is going into the other truck that I bought, which you may have seen. It's that custom welding truck that I bought. It's that one's a 2006 crew cab Lariat 4-wheel drive F450. And it's got low compression in one of its holes. And we put a camera down the injector hole, and there is carnage. Something got into that cylinder and played ping pong in there. So it needs an engine. So the engine out of this, and potentially the transmission, because if this tranny's only got 54,000 miles on it, like, dude, let's use that transmission. Anyways, all that being said, we're playing a lot of musical truck parts. We now got this goofy looking half truck. But at the end of the day, I think it's going to be really good as far as like what I want to do, what I want to build in a truck. And it's going to be really exciting. So if you guys like trucks, or you like seeing this sort of build, or you like seeing this sort of stuff, definitely make sure that you're subscribed. There's a button down below. I don't need to tell you guys what to do with that button. You just destroy that button. Every YouTuber says the same thing. So anyways, but that's kind of all that I've got for today. It was a long day today. It was a hot day today. Definitely not fun. But my hope is that since we bought this truck, since I got this engine, we can build that black truck into like this just amazing trailer pulling machine that is going to be able to go and do these longer trips to go and acquire projects. Much better than the 95 ever has. So that's kind of like the thinking. So theoretically, this is the last long, hot drive that red truck's ever going to have to do for a project like this. So anyways, I know it's a lot of words, you guys, that you probably didn't really even care about. And honestly, 90% of you aren't even watching at this point anymore, so it doesn't even matter that much. But if you are watching, thank you guys for watching all the way through.